So my favorite mod for Bannerlord, Distinguished Service, just got updated to 1.1, and essentially what this mod does is after units get a few kills, you can promote them to companions, which is obviously really OP. So I've got a set of rules in mind to kind of balance this out. First off, we're going to play as a bandit, so no interacting with any towns whatsoever until we take them over, and then we can finally start trading. The second rule is no recruiting anyone from villages. The only way we can get troops is by knocking out enemies and recruiting them to our party. So we're starting outside of a Botanian town with 1,000 dinars, but I don't think there's really much we can do with that. The only thing we can really do right now, as far as I know, is go hunt down some looters. I feel like in this game people are too trusting. Like I'm some scraggly dude that's riding a crap tier mount with crap tier equipment. No villager's gonna come up to me and be like, yeah, here's my 10 sheep. Can you please go escort them to a town for me? We have a really interesting battle going on over here between a bunch of looters and this guy Hiltman. And I guess we could not get involved. I do hope the looters lose this though, because this guy's gonna be really injured. And while it's actually really close, it's one looter to one guy, and he wins, and he captures 11 looters. I'm pretty sure the dude's gotta be injured, right? And yeah, this dude looks really injured, and I don't even think he has a mount. Never mind on that, he actually does have a mount. I'm gonna try to, oh, he's got throwing weapons. Okay, we're gonna try to draw out those throwing weapons, and we can pick them up later, if I can remember where he throws them. Might even be able to pick them up right now, actually. He's gonna just toss them to me, and I'm down for that. If I drop my weapon with G, pick these up, don't mind me, I'm just picking up your throwing weapons. I don't know where the guy is. I think he's stuck somewhere. He's way up on that hill. So he does end up getting hit off. Oh, that hurt. But we can do some recovery here. Do also note all melee attacks have 15% lifesteal. Only melee attacks though, not ranged. And I felt like that was really good to incentivize people to not play some stupid archer build where you can just sit back and, you know, never take damage. You're incentivized to actually, you know, risk going into melee to be able to lifesteal. My polearm skill is really trash, and my riding is pretty trash as well. For my character creation, I chose stuff that mainly benefited throwing. So throwing skill is okay, and by okay I mean it's like 40 right now, which is pretty terrible. But it's something anyways. There we go, 12 damage to his mounts, even though we hit it in the freaking head. Pretty sure these mounts have like hundreds of HP, so yeah, this might take a while. One thing I will say that is nice about this fight is whenever I charge up an attack, he's always trying to block me, and so there's really no risk of him hitting me when I go in. There we go, we finally take out the mounts, and now I can start hitting headshots hopefully with these throwing weapons. If I do miss though, he will go pick them up and then start throwing them at me, so it's important I do not miss. It's also important that I hit the head because we actually got healed there, by the way, which is not something that should be the case. This guy actually got hit really hard. Oh, he's down. Okay, yeah, that should not be the case, by the way, that we are getting heals. I'll have to go into the mod settings and fix that. Which is odd because last night it was working fine. So we captured the dude, and I'm not sure if we can recruit him to our party. And he had this guy prisoner, which I don't want to release him. I don't know why the game is forcing me to release this guy. There should definitely be an option to, you know, go to war with this clan and then capture this guy. No thanks are necessary, you owe me one. You owe me one for sure. He's gonna give me stuff. Or maybe this is just the reward for winning the battle. I don't think saying you owe me one did anything, which already I am kind of disturbed at that. How can he have a prisoner that I have to release? Either way, that was a pretty amazing first battle, and this is not how I was expecting this whole thing to go. We got a ton of troops, 3 of these young wolves, 1 of these seasoned wolves, which I guess these are bandit troops. Seasoned wolves are tier 3, the young wolves are tier 2. We also get quite a huge upgrade to the mount, which is fantastic. It does require 30 riding though, and I think we only have like 10 right now. And a lot of food, which food is gonna be hard to get because we can't go into towns to get it, so we'll have to fight for our food. So after that battle, I tried to figure out how to recruit prisoner heroes to your party, and as far as I could tell, there's no mods for it, but I did develop kind of a shiesty way of doing it. Using this mod custom companion, I was able to copy over most of his stats, and to keep things simple, I only copied over his most proficient weapon skill, which is 243 two-handers, and his athletic and mounted skill only, and I leave the rest at 0. We then execute the actual guy, which ends up pissing off a lot of people, but the guy is now dead, and we get all of his equipment. Unfortunately, his equipment is a really good one-hander and a shield, and he has 0 and one-handers now, and he has some pretty nice throwing weapons, which I'll jack after this next battle with these sea raiders. So yeah, fighting these guys, I'm just gonna have my crappy throwing axes, which aren't that bad. These are just the ones that you start with I guess the character creation choices that I chose. And okay, we win the battle, and we have 3 troops ready to upgrade to companions. Do also note, I went in the mod settings and made it so troops only need 1 kill to be upgraded to a companion, and I made it so any tier of troop can be upgraded to a companion. And I did this because in my practice run, it was really hard to turn looters into companions because they were always getting killed, and I wasn't expecting such good luck as we've been blessed with on this run. But yeah, we're just going to keep the settings as is, and we're going to upgrade the Seasoned Wolf and the Exiled Villager. Those are better units than the Recruit. I think that's like the lowest tier of unit. This guy did end up getting more kills though than these guys, which is interesting, despite the fact that he's only a Recruit. Here's the Seasoned Wolf gear. A pretty decent bow from what I can tell, and yeah, this is just all stuff that I guess that troop would have. And I think a rule is I cannot take this stuff, like it has to remain on them. Interestingly enough with this guy, despite him having a really good bow, he has more throwing skill, so maybe I'll just make up my throwing guy and then I'll give his bow over to someone else. And then here's the Exiled Villager stats, 143 athletics, and he can either do one-hander or pole arms mainly. Here's the Exiled Villager's gear. It's pretty trash tier stuff. Just have a rusty hoe though, which is a 2-hander. We'll just give him over a shield plus a 1-hander. We jacked his stuff from the Seasoned Wolf. We gave him the large round shield and this rectangular bitted axe, both of which we got from Hiltman, and we're gonna give him over the rusty hoe. I'm not sure if we should upgrade these young wolves to companions if they do get kills, or if we should let them upgrade to Seasoned Wolves, which is the next tier, and then turn them into companions, or maybe even, you know, wait till they get further upgrades, especially when we're fighting these crappy tier units. Like, I don't know if we want to upgrade any of these guys. See, after that battle, one of the young wolves is almost ready to be upgraded to a Seasoned Wolf, and then a Sturgeon Recruit is ready to be upgraded to, I'm not really sure what, probably the Warrior, I would say. In this next battle, we're against 8 Sea Raiders, and I could see some of our troops dying here, so maybe I should have promoted them to companions, or maybe it's better to risk it for the biscuit. I could also go in and draw their fire away from my troops. That might actually help quite a bit. Yeah, the looter's dead. I just recruited. Literally right before this battle, he joined us. It's a bad decision for him. By recruit, I mean like he was a part of our prisoner group, and then he was finally ready to be recruited. With this guy that's kind of armored. Or no. We took out a Sea Raider Chief. After that battle, 3 of our low tier units are ready to be promoted, and we're not going to promote them. I think I'd rather have 1 higher tier troop than like 2 lower tier ones anyways. I think I'd rather just risk it to try to get them as high as we can, I guess. I do think archers are going to have an easier time surviving, so maybe we just try to go for archers for now until we get some decent archers. We got a Sea Raider and a Sea Raider Warrior ×2 actually. These guys will end up joining us and maybe we can promote them. Would you look at that? We found the guy that we released earlier. He's only got 10 troops. We do outnumber them 15 to 10, but the enemy has good archers that are positioned right over this hill, I believe. They're not charging. I do think we might have an advantage here though. If we charge down from this hill, we can see them standing right over the hill, I think. Not this one. Oh, yep, there they are. There's their main dude holding a banner. I think that's the leader. I take him out right now. Pretty sure the rest of them have bows. Where's the rest of their guys though? Nice, took out one of their dudes. Killed him unfortunately. And here's the rest of their guys. Everyone just charged. I think I told them to, right? I didn't tell them to earlier. I don't know what tag that is, by the way. Yeah, they should be charging now. Anyone that wasn't. I think they actually are okay here. I thought they were all like really high tier bowmen, but I don't think that's the case. I don't know what they're doing. Oh, and here we go. There's 3 more troops over here. And I think these guys are actually pretty high tier. I'm not sure if this is their leader. Pretty sure the guy we killed earlier was not their leader that was carrying the banner. Oh, that was the guy right there. We knocked him out. And we will be recruiting that dude. That was close. I'm out of spears though, unfortunately. Want to jump down right? You gotta do it yourself. That was 15 damage done. There we go. Knock that guy out. That's good. I don't know where the rest of our troops are, by the way. Here, people coming. Take out your bow. Good idea. And a Sturgeon recruit is ready to be upgraded. No thanks. Urian of the Wolfskins. He's now our prisoner like he should have been earlier before the game decided to let him go. And would you look at all that loot? And the reason why we got so much loot is because I'm using a mod called You Keep What You Kill. Anything I personally get the killing blow on will drop loot that will be added to this final loot table. And I think I got a lot of kills there. We got 3 horses plus some horses down here as well. We got 2 bows, some arrows as well. Some really good ones by the looks of it. Tier 6 arrows. And we got a really good 2-handed axe for one of our dudes. The axe he was using does 16 damage. This one does 29. Big upgrade for that guy. So we aggressively recruit Urian of the Wolfskins, and the main good thing he drops is this 140-pound longbow. And this is almost ideal for these really good arrows we picked up earlier. We might need a better bow to wield them efficiently, but they do piercing damage is the main thing. Whereas our other arrows do similar damage, but they only do cutting damage. I'm not sure exactly how the damage types stack up, but from my experience in Mount and Blade, piercing will do way more to armored targets, and so we may now have a really good bowman that can kill armored targets. I decided to make him a bowman instead of using any of his melee proficiencies, and I haven't really gone over any of our companions' perks, but essentially we're going to make him a horse archer, give him more armor pen with bows, more reload speed with bows, less accuracy penalty using bows while mounted, more damage with bows, and more damage with bows to mounts. There are decisions that you have to make, and I don't really want to go over each decision that I made just because I feel like it's not too necessary. I'll just quickly try to hover over them so you guys can, you know, see what I did. And mainly this guy's gonna be a horse archer, so I tried to kind of build him for that, and he does have 149 riding, almost 150, so he can get a really good upgrade. This one's pretty good. Lowered accuracy penalty while mounted. This one doesn't do anything because it's only party leader, but then this next one gives him more range damage while mounted at 150 riding skill, and he should be there pretty soon. And one more thing I'm going to do every time I recruit a lord is if they have a really high non-combat skill, we can choose one of them, and this guy just so happened to have a lot of charm, but from what I could see, charm really didn't do a whole lot for companions. At least right now it's not doing anything. He's more likely to have children, but I don't think companions having children is going to do anything. We're now going to see what this dude can do against these 6 force bandits, which may or may not be very beastly. And we're just going to have him and our 2-handed dude charge into these guys. Oh, I'm freaking dead, I think. I can't really see what's going on because it's nighttime, and nighttime in this game for some reason is like actual nighttime, as if, you know, not being able to see at night is a good thing about a video game where the AI can see perfectly at night and I just simply cannot see it very well. The player definitely needs the disadvantage. After that battle, a seasoned wolf is ready to be upgraded, and I think we should do it just because we don't have a crazy amount of troops right now. With our second seasoned wolf, I tried the option for distinguished service where it automatically allocates points for you in terms of like where their focus points are going to be, but it does kind of assign them pretty stupidly, and it's not the best at assigning upgrades. It goes for non-personal upgrades, like this one increases damage with bows, and he didn't choose that. He chose one that requires him to be the party leader, but he's not the party leader. The rest of stuff he has is fine, like increase reload speed, lower movement penalty while reloading, increase headshot damage, like that stuff's all fine. That being said, I do like the random aspect when upgrading these basic troops to companions, but then with the hero companions that we capture and quote-unquote recruit to our party, I'll manually assign them skills because they're hero companions and they're, you know, more high tier, I guess. We spent a couple days looking for an interesting battle, and we find one with another Lord of the Wolfskins. It's Null of the Wolfskins this time, and he only has 4 troops left because his army just got wiped out by a lord. I do end up knocking him out with a spear to the head, which is funny because that's how I took out Urian as well. To show dominance to our future companions, to make sure they, you know, stay in line, I gotta hit him with a nice little spear to the head. I decided to make Null of the Wolfskins a horse archer like his friend Uriel of the Wolfskins. And really quickly, I want to go over a couple key upgrades that I think you kind of need for a horse archer. So headshot damage with bows is okay, but I think you need minus 30% accuracy penalty while moving, because as a horse archer you're always moving. And then this one I don't think does anything, minus 50% movement speed while reloading, because I don't think you get reloading penalties while on a horse, so you got to go for this one plus 10% armor pen if that is the case. And I'm not sure how necessary this one is for the AI. I feel like just having them rapid fire would be better, because later on we're going to get this upgrade that increases mount damage with bows over this one. That's for more of a sharpshooter, I guess. I just don't know if the AI even makes use of the aiming duration thing. So yeah, the idea with these guys is we just want them to rapid fire and just spray and pray. 8% damage with bows here is a no-brainer, and then minus 30% accuracy penalty while using bows is obviously better than the increase to party size, which doesn't benefit us because it's a party leader skill. We're now going to head into this forest bandit hideout, and I remember the first time I attacked one of these things, this meme is definitely very accurate. We do have quite a few pretty decent archers though in the back back over here, we got the Wolfskin brothers, and we need to actually tell everyone to fire at will in a second here. The enemy has no idea that we're here yet, and they're just kind of chilling. As soon as we start shooting though, then yeah, they're gonna blow up their whatchamacallits. And I have a really good shield equipped right now, and I'm just gonna kind of absorb damage. I'm not sure if these guys work the same way they do in Warband, where they'll just try to hit the closest unit. If that's the case though, then keep the infantry up front. And I do believe our two-handed troops are in a different group, or this guy's not. Looter, this guy also should be in a different group. Actually, this looter, he just got hit. Lucky. For some reason in Bannerlord, they took away the ability to change groups, which I have no idea why they would dumb the game down like that. So like if I want to have these two guys in a different group, I can't do that. I just cannot possibly fathom, you know, the decision making for that. We're gonna have everyone just charge this guy because he looks really beastly. This is a Robert Knight, and hopefully we don't kill him. We need blunt weapons for some of our companions as well, because I do believe there's a 100% chance, nice, we didn't kill him. I do believe with blunt weapons there's a 100% chance of not killing the target. I'm trying a new command here with having our units use a shield wall formation, and we're moving slowly towards this next group of forest bandits. Now for some reason some of these guys don't have their shields up, like this guy just doesn't care. He just gave up maybe, and he's ready to you know, put in the forfeit. Although these guys don't seem to be aware of where we are right now, so maybe that's why they don't care. It's important we don't take too much damage here, because there's gonna be a final battle where we need all of our archers to be healthy. And yeah, we told our archers to fire at will, and this guy is getting shot at, but he doesn't really have an idea of what's going on. Surprised no one's hitting shots on that guy. He's just kind of taunting us. His ability to just not get hit. Looter's down, that's fine. Took out a Forest Bandit, that's really good. Forest Bandit I think is like the highest tier of unit. I think this is the final dude before the last battle. And oh no, we got one more guy actually. I think that's it. And alright, so we're at the final battle, and either I man up and duel this guy, or we take out all these dudes. And like you can see, some of them are pretty armored. I don't fight duels with brigands. And archers pull back. Archers go way back. You guys go way back. And then me and all the troops, basically, we're gonna distract. I'm gonna try to turn this guy towards these dudes. I'm not sure this is actually going well at all, by the way. Because looks like our units are just kind of charging in. I hope our archers are pulling back and getting it. What are they doing? They're just walking. I think they're still on shield wall formation, and I think our archers are on that formation as well. I think that just doesn't work for archers, I guess. They're just walking away, and now they're finally starting to fire at these dudes. Oh man. I think they're like actually hitting some shots, like I'm seeing some kills go down. Another dude dead. Can we do this? 3 of us left. I feel like I should save scum this if we do fail, just because how stupid they were being. And by the way, if they get in melee range of these guys, we're screwed. Because these guys have no melee weapon, and I think I want to fix that. I think I'm going to change their two-handed skill or their polearm skill back to, you know, what it was. And I'll just say we can do 2 weapon skills, I guess. This is bad, I think, right here, by the way. They're going to start using their fists, I think. Yeah, this is stupid. They should have a melee weapon. Like, they're not bad with melee weapons. Oh, is he actually gonna do it? Oh yeah, okay. I'm gonna save scum that. So before we do this battle again, I gave both the Wolfskin brothers their skill in 2-handers and an axe, so if they do find themselves in melee, they can do it. I also realized that Hildman was actually better at archery than both of them, so I gave him back his 200 in bows and respect him in no horse archers. So we now have 3 horse archers, and they're all gonna be named of the Wolfskins. Hildman felt left out, and he's wearing a lot of Wolfskins anyways, so he's now Hildman of the Wolfskins. And since he has the highest in archery, he's now got the 140-pound longbow with the best arrows, and then Urian does have a 140-pounder as well with crappier arrows, and then a Sparth axe as well now, which is actually not as good as Hildman's axe, which is this pretty beastly bearded axe. And then Null also has the 140-pound longbow with some fairly mid-range arrows that only do cutting damage. And then I also found out these guys can't use this bow on horseback until we get them a specific upgrade, so we're going to take away their mounts. And it's this upgrade that Hildman's actually pretty close to. He needs 225 bows to be able to use all bows on horseback, and be able to use those war bows on horseback would be very beastly. So unfortunately that guy's going to be a jerk and he chased us into the hideout at night, so we're not really going to be able to see a whole lot. That being said, we do get a little bit of good luck here when a forest bandit, their highest tier of troop as far as I know, is chilling at this campfire, and we're able to get really close to him before I tell our archers to open fire. It does take our archers quite a while to actually hit shots and take them down, which is surprising because we were really close. I am trying to be more aggressive this time with our infantry and myself as well. I'm trying to get in here and just start tanking early. I do think the shield might replenish before the final battle because it does like a scene change. And my theory is when it does that scene change where, you know, I'm like, yeah, I want to not duel you, I want our troops to help out. When it does that, I think the shield will replenish back to full. So I'm hoping that's the case. Maybe my javelins would as well. I could have been using javelins here. There we go. That worked out really well. All of our archers are intact, I believe. I don't think they've taken any damage. It looks like my shield is actually not replenished like I thought it would. I don't know if the rest of these guys would actually hold up against us in melee. Like, we have two-handed axes, and our guys are spec'd into them pretty well. The Wolfskin brothers, I think, could just annihilate these guys if we just have everyone charge in. So maybe we should do that. I don't really want to, you know, do another... Oh, there's an... Oh, I hit the wrong option. I'm an idiot. I'm about to redo this, I think. Did not mean to do that. Jeez. I really hate doing the commentary again. But I'm gonna probably play the battle the same way. Oh man, this is bad. How did I F that up? There's no way I do this right. Oh, I actually hit him in the head, and I killed him. And the looter's ready to be upgraded. I feel like we should just add a looter to the party just for the meme. We got quite a bit of renown and morale for winning that, and I earned 100% of the loot and prisoners, whatever that means. I will say with that headshot, I did end up knocking out the Forest Bandit boss, and I will get the loot from that, I think. I'm not sure if that's what that means. And oh yeah, we're able to capture the Forest Bandit boss, who I think will join us, and we can make him a companion, and he's a tier 5 troop. And then we also got the Robber Knight, which is a really good unit. We got some tier 5 Woodland Longbowmen. I didn't even notice them really being that powerful in that battle. And we got 4 tier 5 Brigand at Arms. And then up here we got 2 Forest Bandits as well. As I was looking over the loot, I was noticing it felt like we got too much stuff for the amount of people that we captured. And one thing I forgot to do is go into the mod options for you keep what you kill and check this option require kills, so people only drop their gear if we kill them. I feel like this is really important because I'm pretty sure the Forest Bandit boss dropped that chest piece that we're not wearing, which I think I'm just going to destroy because the chest piece is still on that guy. I'm also not sure who dropped the heavy ringmail or like the Highland skill armors, but yeah, I feel like I have to just dump everything good that we just picked up. That being said, even though I didn't get any gear upgrades, these guys will eventually join us probably, and you know, we can make them companions. I feel like that's way more valuable than them dropping gear anyways.